Whoa, it's like the CDTV setup from 2017, I think. Why? I just had to do it to them. I don't actually know if that's the pose. Now don't worry, this setup isn't permanent. I'm just using it so I can move around right now. I need to move around during this video because this one is gonna be much more of a first impression slash rant video than it is gonna be a full review slash breakdown video. I'm not even gonna give this video any type of long intro, so let's just talk about Chance the Rapper's debut album, The Big Day. I don't even know what to think after hearing this. Unless, of course, Anthony Fantano's review goes up by the time this video does, and in that case, then I will know what to think and I can take on his opinions as my own. As I said in the intro, this is not going to be so much a full review or breakdown of the album as it is going to be me losing my sanity, questioning how I got to this point in my life, and wondering why my wife doesn't love me anymore. And I'm not even married. This album makes me feel like I'm getting a divorce. Me and the meeting just to air me some news. Hot shower, hot. 10 Day, fantastic start. Acid Rap, one of my favourite mixtapes overall, just in general of all time. Colouring Book, only recently did it hit me that that project was incredible. And looking back at it, Colouring Book sounds so much more like a debut album than The Big Day. I don't really even know how to define what The Big Day sounds like. I don't even know. What is this album's theme? Is it supposed to be like wedding music, like a dedication to Chance's wife? Because Lord knows she's mentioned on here. I guess that is what the title of the project and a lot of the lyrics and the skits would definitely suggest. You know, there's somewhat of a wedding theme and a marriage theme going throughout it, but that doesn't mean you have to rap over instrumentals that you would walk down the aisle to. With each of Chance's previous projects, you can pin down what they're about and everything is cohesive. 10 Day is your introduction to this creative, wide-eyed kid and tells us everything that Chance is about. Acid Rap is literally what it sounds like, and Colouring Book is this soulful gospel-style rap music from Chance that hits you emotionally and shows so much maturity from him. The Big Day is sort of like all of those. Take the personality of 10 Day, the weird vocals of Acid Rap, the instrumentals of Colouring Book, throw it in a blender and just rip it up till it isn't even recognisable anymore, and bang, 22 tracks. And it's not all bad, obviously. You know, the first few tracks, those are really good. Handsome, I quite liked Handsome. Handsome was good. Big Fish was okay. 5-Year Plan was a cool song. Get a Bag isn't a bad song either. Get a Bag's nice. And Sun Come Down. Sun Come Down was definitely one of the highlights on here, but that's only a handful of tracks out of 22. For the most part, it's a cluttered album that doesn't convey the point that it's trying to get across. Basically, after that first skit hits, the ride gets rough. Never mind, guys, stop that thought. I've figured out what the album is. This album is a sonic... Oh, this album is a Can I unscrew this? Can this come out? Okay. Hey guys, Sean C when he does the walking around videos here. Now never mind, guys. I've figured out what this album is. The audio is probably horrible when I do this because I don't even know if this mic is meant for this. And I have rings on. That's probably creating a lot of background noise. Yeah, this album is a sonic... I'm just going to hold this as straight as I can. I'm going to plug it back into that in a second. I don't know what I'm doing. This album is a sonic representation of the progression of a marriage. It starts off bright and hopeful. You're excited about the new horizons. And even if everything isn't perfect at the start, you put up with it. You deal with it because you've invested so much time into this person already that the little imperfections don't matter too much. You just take it for what it is and you say, you know what, that's who they are. I'll accept it. As it goes on, you realise everything is losing its spark and it's getting harder and harder to go on, and you question, can I actually make it through to the end? Am I actually gonna make it? Can I do this? Was I built for this? Should I have tapped out like 5 years ago? Is it safer to just tap out and pretend this never happened? But you keep going with it because, you know, it can't all be bad. There's got to be some good days before the end, right? Man, I am looking at my audio software, and the amount of background noise on this is going to be horrendous to edit out, and it's probably going to destroy the audio quality of this segment, but this isn't exactly the most well-made video on my channel, so I think that's okay. If you want to break the fourth wall a bit more, this is the script that I'm reading from, guys. If you want to pause and see what I'm going to say next, just have a look at that. Oh, I wasn't even speaking into the front of the microphone. This part's the front. But you stick through with it to the end, and you really regret it because you just hate how things have become, and you can just see your world crumbling and crashing down around you. Sure, towards the end you have a couple good days, but is that really worth it compared to all the bad ones? That is what this album feels like, from tracks 1 through to 22. Oh, before we plug this in, I gotta do one of the song skits with this. Right, enough of this.
Used to carry all the groceries in a one trip Hercules.
Am I twisting this the right way? Am I going to be perpetually stuck with my microphone off of this? Yes. In the words of Chance the Rapper, and we back. I don't even know what this video is anymore. What have I become? I promise, the only reason I'm making short videos right now is because my laptop is broken. I've ordered a proper PC, it's coming, but it takes time to build. And don't even get me started on individual tracks like Hot Shower. Bless the baby for saving that track. Thank you, Lord Baby Jesus. Raining down on us all with those diamond teeth. Or the title track. Oh my days. Chance usually has this great ability to make vocals that should be annoying really appealing and fun. But on those tracks, he just goes too far with it, and it's almost unbearable. Even his singing is so off on some of these tracks. When he's trying to hit some high notes, it just sounds really bad, honestly. And that was surprising to me, because one of the things that stood out to me the most about Colouring Book was how smooth the singing sounded and how good it actually sounded from someone that doesn't typically sing. How did something like that, like your singing ability, go backwards? Going back to Hot Shower, that's one that I wouldn't mind if it was like a promotional single or just like a throwaway like SoundCloud track that he dropped before the album, but having that on your debut album where it doesn't fit in at all? What? Used to carry all the groceries in one trip Hercules. This song isn't even on the album. Too much death on my chest. Nothing about this album feels cohesive or consistent, much like this video. It doesn't feel like a progression of Chance's previous music. It's one of those albums that I somehow finished without ever feeling like it really left that warm-up phase, despite it being 1 hour and 20 minutes long. And it's not purely down to the length. Like, yes, that is a major issue with this, but a lot of the actual songs on here, just a lot of them don't really feel like album level songs. I ate some spicy food before recording this and it just got caught in my throat. I love Chance, and I'm gonna give this album more chances, but in my opinion, he's just released his weakest project so far as his debut album. There's definitely a concept and theme running throughout it, don't get me wrong, but it's really loose and lost so much in just a sea of filler. I didn't think I'd be saying this for an album that Chance has probably been working on for the better part of 3 years. And I want to say real quick in this video, let's take a break from the memes, okay? If you haven't heard this album, don't let this video discourage you from listening to it. I'd always encourage people to check out music for themselves. I'm just some twat on the internet who makes videos expressing his opinions about music. It doesn't mean you have to agree with me or believe me on everything if you haven't heard the music. Go check out the album for yourself. Give Chance his stream, and if you really don't want to check it out, if I can't force you, then listen to one of his projects that you do like multiple times. You know, give the man his money, because I want to see Chance win, and I want to see Chance succeed. I just decided to make a terribly overblown, inconsistent, crammed video about my feelings on it, because I just heard it, and I had to talk about this, but I didn't want to make a full review on it. If you haven't heard it, I urge you to listen to it. before deciding how you feel about it based on what other people have to say. But yeah, in my opinion, this doesn't sound complete or polished. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Used to carry all the groceries in one trip. Simply made it